We gotta do some math in a second. So everybody got their numbers.
Oh my goodness, the late night is that so very much.
I have no pancakes, bacon. And I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna look for it. I do this all. I don't sell it in the long time. So that it's wrong from the office, so it's wrong. Actually, just choose a partner to help you to build a business. We don't want you just to sell real estate. We want you to build a business. But here's the other.
Seven support from my team lead and our coach, Ron, who can answer any questions we have, whether it's about
I want to say apply knowledge is power. Would you agree? Right? I mean, if you want to build something, yeah, that's great knowledge. But if you don't apply it, then you're not going to be able to use it to build something, right? So most of us are.
I just knocked it out of the park. Absolutely recommend him. You need to sign up soon. Go see Ron.
I've Coach Ron experience and I learned so much about my
All the partnerships that you're developing with your growing the business, and most people in your life think they're literally the old contract. Because they have the problem.
What about Coach Ron and his meat and potato? No gimmicks, no games, just very direct, what he needs, what he needs.
That's how we play. We're gonna do the outdoor. All right. So, can you tell which one is who? Tell which one is who? Who is not your last? Okay, good job. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, all right. Who's ready to go to another level? All right. So, guys, hey, welcome to the Power Builders. Let me put this here and add this. And we got a couple of agents coming on the Power Builders. Those who don't know who the Power Builders are. So, basically, what we do here at the Power Builders is really here's the goal, right? So, a lot of agents are in business, and we understand that you got to help your clients buy and sell real estate, right? Buy or list their house, and you want to get units. The thing that most agents don't do is the business side. So, what we do here is we teach you how to build a pipeline, maintain that pipeline so that you can have consistent business coming out month over month over month instead of chasing sales. So, one of the things that I teach my students is this, right? In the first 90 days, if you're working with me, you have to build a pipeline of a minimum of 25 active clients who are going to buy, list their property, or invest in properties with you, right? Over in 18 months or less. A minimum of 25 to 50 clients who are actively communicating with you that's going to buy, sell, or invest in properties with you as their agent, in 18 months or less. If you have less than 25 clients, you have not built a pipeline. These are active people who are ready to, not your past clients. We're going to talk about that in your database. These are active clients who are looking to work with you. Now, I work with a lot of teams that have online lead sources to be able to help them to continue to fill up their pipeline, right? So that they could start to grow that pipeline. Some of you might not have online lead sources, or you might not have lead gen sources that you're working with, and you should start to work on getting those lead sources. So how do we count a lead source? I'm going to repeat this every week. Your lead source should consist of that lead source should give you a minimum of 5 names and numbers coming into your database on a consistent basis over a 90-day period. So month after month after month. If you look back and it doesn't average 5 or more a month, it's not a verified lead source. You're still working to develop that lead source. So one of the things we do here at the Pipeline Builders, we love working with online lead platforms because they give you a great start of helping you to build your pipeline, and then you can get Sphere or referrals from those pipelines and start to build your own pipeline. So it's a great source. So today we have, where's our other agent? Nia, do me a favor. You have Alana's cell number, right?
Yeah.
Text her and say, where is she? And say, hey, we're on the show, like we're ready for you.
I got
So we have Nia Plannon. She is on a Zillow Flex team. A lot of my teams that I coach are Zillow Flex teams. So they have an opportunity to get leads from a lead source, Zillow. And what we're going to do today is we're going to walk through their last 5 connections that they got from their lead source. Because what I want to do, guys, today is I want to help them to set up their workflow. So sometimes the lead comes in and the way that they are working with that lead, we just want to make sure that their operations are solid, right? Not just, hey, did you close? It's like, hey, based off of your operations, your workflow, your processes, are they repeatable? If they're not repeatable, you don't have a business. Same thing like McDonald's, same thing like Chick-fil-A. Every system is repeatable. So one of the things that we do here is you're going to hear some ideas that you can take with you, help build your pipeline so that you can have repeatable processes. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're not going to talk about customers' names today. So Nia, as we start to talk, right, I'll ask you like your last 5 clients. I have your follow-up boss. So we're going to be looking through your CRM. So guys, I can't really show her follow-up boss, but you can have an idea as I'm kind of talking to her where these should be put in that process and as we're going there. So we got Alana on here. There we go. All right, we'll add her. Hey, Alana, how are you? All right, so just give a quick introduction. So we'll start with Nia. Tell us who you are. Tell us how long you've been in real estate, a little bit about your team, and a fun fact real quick so people get to know you.
Okay. I'm Nia. I have been in real estate since March of last year, so just almost 2 years. Love it. Every day is different, crazy and fun. Fun fact about me is, I guess people don't really like believe me when I say, but I'm a twin actually. So that's a cool little fun fact about me.
Identical?
No, fraternal. It's a boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So same here. My younger brother and sister are fraternal twins. So awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to Pipeline Builders. And Alana, good. Well, it's morning here because I'm in Vegas. So it's afternoon there. So welcome to the Pipeline Builders.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your real estate journey, and a fun fact really quick.
I have been in real estate. I just hit my year mark last month. And obviously I love my team, part of North Georgia Group, fantastic team. I've learned a lot since joining. And fun fact about me, I'm a mom. It's a big part of my personality. I have 2 kids, both have special needs. And I was a photographer, and I ran 3 restaurants in my previous job. And that's really it.
Awesome. Hey, well, welcome. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at your past 5 connections or clients that you actually put in your database to build your pipeline. And as we walk through these 5, you don't have to mention the name. We'll just go client 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. All right, we'll do that. So I'm going to pull up your list here and your follow-up, boss. So I know you guys can't see my screen, but what I'm going to be doing is pulling up your activity in the last couple of months. So I'm going to start with you, Nia. So since we're starting off a new month, you probably only have a few connections that you got so far. So far, I see that you got 5 new Flex connections, right? So, and the first one is, do you have your account up first and foremost?
I can get it up.
Okay.
Wait. There we go. Okay.
So we can go with first names, right? So we don't have to go with last names. We can go with first names, so we can protect the customer's identity. So let's go with Flo, right? You have Flo?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm noticing that you did set an appointment with Flo. So when are you going out with Flo?
Actually, it was out this morning.
Okay. So you did meet with Flo.
Yes.
And what's the next step in the process for Flo?
Next step is pre-approval. Their lease ends in 3 months, but they're actually trying to like find something now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're first-time home buyers, and yes, so they're interested in looking at more and starting the pre-approval process.
Got it. And how many homes were you able to show them on the first tour?
Unfortunately, just one because they had to go back to work. But
Go back to work. Okay. So you introduced. So you're meeting with Flo. You did one home, and so they were able to. They did not. I'm assuming they're not going to put a contract on that home. Is that correct?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So when you introduced the financing, tell me how that went.
I don't know. They were a little. Lately, it's been going pretty well. Actually, today it was a little tricky with them.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, every time I would kind of try to say it, they're just like, yeah, no, like we're okay for now, or something like that. So I guess slowly but surely I'll have to re-engage them. But
okay. So and this is transparency here, and we're in the kind of like a locker room safe space, so no one's going to judge you. Were you still a little nervous, or when they kind of shut you down, were you nervous to keep pushing, so you just kind of backed off?
yes, in a sense. I also felt I will be honest, I felt a little unprepared for the showing today just because they responded like super last minute to like confirm the showing.
Okay.
So jump up this morning and like go show them. But
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably another bigger reason for me.
Got it. So they didn't like this home. So at the end of the driveway, so we still got to make sure that we have that conversation.
Yeah.
So are they financing or paying cash? Did you get that out of them?
Yeah, they are financing.
Financing. Okay. But you don't know if they have a lender or not.
No.
Okay. So when you left the meeting, the tour, did you schedule the next meeting?
I scheduled a phone call for later today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Not super set, but yeah, that was the last kind of thing we said to each other.
Okay. So do they have the appointment scheduled, or did you say I'm going to call you?
I thought I would reach out. Well, they want more information about that property first, and I told them I would reach out to them with the information. So that's kind of like where it was left off.
Okay. So are you saying that you felt uncomfortable setting the appointment for the next step?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Because so here's the thing. At the end of the driveway, it's like, hey, we don't like this house, so you're going to set up some more tours. So I'm going to call you, and I'm going to send you some more properties so you can see what you like, and I'll call you. Basically, is that how it ended?
Yeah, I told them once I get all the information with that house, because they still want information on it, like the disclosures and stuff. So I told them to reach out to them as soon as I have everything.
Okay. So remember the rule, right? So every meeting that you're at, you have to schedule the next meeting. Here's what I don't want. I don't want you chasing the customer to call them. I want to make sure that you have something on the calendar. The
Yeah.
reason I want you to have something on the calendar is because once you start to become a top agent and you start to get full, you're going to bring in some help on your team, like an admin, right? And as you have this admin on your team and you have all these scheduled appointments, if they have to reschedule, your admin could take care of that task without you chasing them.
Yeah.
Right. So I want them to also feel that they're in some professional setting. Just like I always talked about, doctors and lawyers always have appointments when you leave. They never let you leave without scheduling an appointment. You got to see their assistant. Their assistant's going to schedule an appointment. So everyone that is in your pipeline that is going to work with you, and they said, yeah, verbally or contractually, you're my agent. I want to make sure that you set your next meeting with them, so that for the efficiency for you two and your brain, it's out of your brain. It's like, I don't have to call this person. It's like, I know what I got to do, and they're on my calendar. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to go through the next one for you. So first name is Wu. I see here you have the stage of spoke with customer, but you did not set the appointment.
No, the home that they wanted to see was under contract, and I've sent them homes in the neighborhood, but he's been unresponsive.
Okay. Is this a real-time tour or a live connection? Let me see.
The live connection call.
Okay, so it's a live connection call. So call comes in, right? And who said the contract, the house is on the contract? Was it you or the client?
I did.
Okay. Did they know the house was on the contract?
I want to say yes, but I can't remember.
Okay. So here's the rule that I want you to follow now moving forward. Remember this if you don't remember anything else about real estate. The sale is the client choosing you, not the house. That's not the sale. The sale is getting them to choose you to work with them, and then you service that person to find the house. Once you start putting things before the relationship, like the house is under contract, I'll give you more properties, right? You haven't built a relationship with the client to do that yet. So if you do stuff like the house is under contract, I'll send you some more information. They can go to any other agent in Atlanta to do that, right? So you want to be able to build that relationship. So even if the house is under contract, you want to meet them personally, face to face or eyeball to eyeball, whether you did it virtually or whether you did it face to face, so that the client can build rapport with you, connect with you, then you service them after that. You can't service them without seeing them first. So that's a rule, guys. Never send the client a property if they haven't seen your beautiful eyes, whether virtually or live. That makes sense? Okay.
Yeah.
So with this one, you start sending them some property. So try not to do that until you see them first, because what's going to happen is most of these clients are on 5 or 6 different portals, Redfin, Realtor.com, et cetera, et cetera. So if they have been talking to other agents on those other portals and you send them some information and they have not connected with you, whoever they feel the most comfortable with, they're going to take your properties and ask that agent when they go on a tour, can you show me these other properties as well? So you're just feeding your competition some of the stuff, right? So the goal list is to get in front of them as fast as possible. What's your next step with Will?
Well, first up is to hopefully have him answer me again because he's been unresponsive. Okay.
And so you spoke to him, you told him that. And so basically, remember, and I would never give bad news on the first phone call. Bad news is something is under contract. When you give customers bad news, they don't want to hear from you again. They want good news. So they're going to call around to see if they can find good news instead of hearing negative news from you. So does that make sense? So I would never get on a call and tell somebody for the first time this is on the contract. All right. So you want to be careful with that. So continue to contact this person, several times over a period of time. email, call, and text until you communicate with them. And then when do you put it in the pond? Do you have a time period, a day period, you've contacted them this many times period? What's your standard?
Usually after I have them in my FUB or pipeline for like a month and they don't respond back, I put them in the pond.
Okay, good workflow. Okay, good. All right, let's go with Stacy.
Yeah, she was transferred to me by another agent on her team.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a home in Dunwoody. They ended up wanting to cancel the tour, and then she just texted me. So I texted her back. I'm like, hey, okay, like trying to get more information from her, trying to see what they're actually really looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Called her, and then she hasn't responded since either.
Okay, so another agent transferred you, so
Mhm.
you're taking the lead,
Yeah.
and so you were never able to communicate with her, because I'm looking at here, and she never responded via text or email or phone, correct?
Yeah, I called her and texted her. Nothing.
Okay. So what I need you to do is make sure you put this in nurture, because it's still in a stage spoke with customer,
Mhm.
right? Make sure you put the notes in there as well too, in the details section,
Mhm.
so that been contacting the customer, no response, something to that effect. And again, I'm assuming same thing, 30 days until you keep reaching out to her, and then you're going to move it to the pond.
Yes.
All right. Who do we have here? And Robert.
Yes, they met them on Sunday, showed them 3 homes that day. And our next appointment is set for Saturday.
Okay.
We are
Good. Is it set for Saturday to show more homes, or is it set for Saturday to talk to?
Saturday to show more homes.
Okay. So, and you met them Sunday?
Yes.
So there's no communication for 7 days?
No, we talked yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, we've
Okay.
been talking all week, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of getting pre-approved actually right now. He's supposed to call me today at like 5, I think, after he talks to his lender for the pre-approval. But yeah.
Okay, so let's go through that. So I see that you have connected with the LO Josh. Good job.
Mhm.
And how did that conversation go? How did you approach it, or how did you introduce it?
To talk to ZHL.
No. When you talked to Robert, right?
Mhm.
So when did you introduce the financing conversation, and how did that conversation, just so the audience can hear what did you say to Robert to get him to connect with your loan officer?
Yeah, so we were leaving like the third house. They were actually like pretty interested in it. And I'm like, I started like the conversation with like the first and second home of like the financing conversation.
Mhm.
When they wanted to finance, and then they were like, okay, we actually really like this and considering putting an offer in it. I'm like, okay, great, awesome. I also do need a pre-approval, so let's just kind of start going there.
Mhm.
He told me that they do have a lender that they used to work with in Tennessee, but I just explained to him, I'm like, hey, you know what, I actually have a lender that's here local in Georgia. It'd be good to get a second opinion on it if you guys are interested in doing that, just so they can kind of compete and see what options are available for you guys. And then he was just like, okay, yeah, awesome, we'd be happy to speak to him. So I connected them.
Okay, so when you connected Josh, did Josh know that you were sending them over, or no?
Yes, I called Josh first.
Okay, good. So you call Josh and say, "Hey, I got a tour coming up. I'm going to send you if this guy is ready," and then you send it to Josh. So has Josh communicated back with you where they are in that process?
Yeah, so unfortunately my clients, they are wanting to hear back from their first lender first before they end up talking to Josh. So I
Mhm.
went back to Josh yesterday and just like, hey, we're gonna hold off until we speak to our lender today at 4:45. And then they said they would get back to Josh.
Okay, good. All right, awesome. So what I want you to do is, I'm looking here, and I make sure you put the appointment on your calendar for Saturday.
Yes, I will.
Okay, cool. All right. We got one more. And Bill, you spoke with him. So what's the next step for Bill? I see here you spoke to him and you guys didn't set any appointment yet.
I was attempting to. He inquired about a home in Buford that was listed as coming soon, and he was kind of, since it's an older home, he was like asking questions about like plumbing and electrical. I reached out to their agent to get all the information that he was asking me for, but he's stern on not seeing the property until he has like those disclosures and stuff. So I told him it's set to hit the market on Friday. So I told him I'd call him back by Friday to have all the information for him, but nothing's set really in stone yet.
So he didn't want to see any other properties but the one that he inquired about?
Yeah.
Okay. And so it was like, hey, I need all this information before he moves forward to set an appointment.
Yes. Yep.
What is his why? What is his motivation in buying this property?
Oh gosh. Oh, he said that they were downsizing.
Okay.
Yeah, downsizing. They live in Sugar Hill at the moment. But yeah, I guess since he just wants like information of the home before, I guess, wasting his time to go see it since it's
okay. And that's perfectly fine. But that's just one house. So remember, we don't want, if you get the customers to get you into a corner just to say, I want information on this house and this house, I want all this stuff, and that's great. I'm not saying don't service the client. Say, you know what, Mr. Client, great, I'll get that for you. Now, just in case, like, I just want to get an idea. You're downsizing. What was your motivational question that you asked him? Like, what brought you to this house? Did you ask that question? Like, what's your normal motivational question?
Yeah, I usually just say like what interested you in this home specifically.
Okay. And what did he say?
He said all he said was it looked interesting. And then he just told me that they're downsizing, and then he just wanted the information on it. It was very like a short conversation. I was trying to dig and he kind of wouldn't let me.
Okay. Let me give you some tips on how to let him let you.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to give you one phrase. It's really simple. If you can remember this one phrase, it will help you. All you have to do is just say, tell me more. That's all you need to say. You don't have to try to twist his arm. So if he's like, hey, we're downsizing. I looked at this, I like this property because whatever. So tell me a little bit more about that. That's all you have to say to get him to keep talking. So if he did go off of it and say, hey, I want the disclosures and blah, blah, blah. And you answer him, yep, I can do that, blah, 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 blah. Now you were mentioning that you and your wife were downsizing. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Mm-hmm.
You can always bring the conversation back because your goal is to get him off of the property and get him to close on choosing you as their agent by building rapport. If you let these clients, these online strangers who you don't know, they don't know you, all they're doing is coming in and trying to, I'm not saying they're bullying, but again, they're used to customer service, Amazon, delivery. No one is thinking relationship. They're thinking you're just supposed to transact and do what I asked you to do because we're in this transactional world. Unfortunately, it doesn't pertain that much to real estate because we have to have some type of relationship, right? So give them what they want, but remember at the end of the day, Nia, you got to remember, did I do enough job where I think he would choose me as the agent? Did I give him enough value? Did I build rapport? Did we connect? Somehow, I know you can't do it 100% on the phone, but the way you connect is getting them to talk about their motivation because no one else is. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you call the guy back and you're getting back, give him that information and just say, hey, you were mentioning you and your wife is downsizing. Tell me a little bit more about that. And he might say, hey, my kids just graduated from, Kennesaw State. They've got a job in Vegas and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, great. Awesome. Is there anything else? And then you just keep getting him to talk. And then he's going to let his thing down. And outside of that house, if there are other properties similar to this one, is there something you want me to add to the list when we go on our tour? Right? And now you bring value, connect, bring value, And that's how he's going to continue to kind of work with you instead of you, like I call them the target agents. It's like, okay, where do I find the so and so, and that you go in this aisle, in this aisle. That's you're more of a consultative type of person opposed to you just coming in. So it was like, I need this, and you go like, oh yeah, it's in aisle 5. That's not who you are, right? You're a consultative agent at that point. All right, so great job there. So I'm going to just do one more thing. So one of the things that we want to make sure that you are building your top 50 pipeline. So I'm looking at your top 50 pipeline, and how many do you have in there so far? You got 15. So are these all 15 actively communicating with you that's going to buy or list their property in the next 18 months or less? All of these 15.
Let me see if I can get to it. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yep.
A few of them probably have to be taken out, I will be honest. Yeah, I just went through it not too long ago, but need to go through it again. But most
Okay.
of them, yes.
When do you think you're going to get to 25 active buyers or sellers that has committed, whether verbally or contractually with you? When do you think you're going to get to the minimum 25 and then maintaining that 25, whether the clients fall off or they get closed, but getting enough leads in every single month to maintain that 25? When do you think you're going to get to 25?
I'm hoping within like the next couple of months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to make that sure so I want you to take off your real estate hat, and I want you to put your business owner hat on. This is a metric you have to make sure you follow. I know you're going to be selling real estate, showing clients this, getting stuff pre-approved, going to inspections and all that stuff like that. That's your real estate hat that you got to wear, just like a baker has to bake cakes. But at the end of the day, there's a business owner metric that I need you to look at. If this is not at 25, we got to get it to 25 as fast as possible, because 25 will get you a consistent business coming out of that 25. So we got to get to that level first, right? To make sure that you're going to have a consistent business flowing in. That's a tool. That's a foundation you got to build, and make sure you get that done first. Okay.
Yeah. My next biggest goal was to honestly, hopefully have it done by like the beginning of the year. So then that way next year I can have at least like 2 to 3 a month.
There you go. Right. So the way you do that is you might have to increase your lead flow. So if Zillow's the inbound calls and the real-time tours is your only lead gen, then you got to figure out, if I go at this pace, I might not get to 25 fast enough. So what do I have to do to open it up? Am I open to, you guys got GroupMe and agents are giving leads there? So can I raise my hand? Can I go into the pond? You can do it fast enough by opening up your lead gen funnel so you can fill up your pipeline faster, instead of it dripping off of one lead source or lever, which is just the live and real-time tours. You got one lever. You got to open up multiple levers so you can get your pipeline filled faster. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So what you're going to end with this, you got November. I know we're just starting. What's your goal with deals on the contract this month?
My goal is 2.
2. Awesome.
I feel like
Good
it's
job.
very cool with what I have going on so far.
There you go. All right. So I'll see you at the end of the month. So so if I had to like hold one of your family members hostage, and the only way you can get them back is if you put 2 on the contract, is that your final answer to get them back? You definitely going to do it? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Awesome. All right. So thank you, Nia. If you want to stay on and listen, you can. We're going to just jump to Alana real quick and look through her pipeline and see if we could help her out there. So Alana, let me jump into yours real quick. And I'm going to unpin you real quick, and I'm going to have Alana here. So looking at your follow-up boss. And those who have follow-up boss, what I do is just go to the reporting section, go to this month as the filter, and the leads that came in. And I'm looking at the source Zillow Flex. So we're going to start with Alana. Let me see here. How's your day going, Alana?
Pretty good.
Good, good. Okay, so we got 2 in so far this month. How's your pausing been going? Because I know we've been talking about that over the last couple of weeks.
Much better.
Much better. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So we've had some backup. I'm not single parenting now, which is great. So I also just closed out 2 of my clients. We had closings, one yesterday, one last Thursday. So I freed up some extra time as well. So it's going to be better this month. I know I think my limit was 15 is what I picked for this month.
Yep.
So I definitely think that I'm going to hit that.
Okay.
Have a lot more free time. So
got it. Okay. And I know you're kind of like full-time mom and full-time agent. So kudos to you for making that happen. All right. So let's start with Jennifer real quick.
Okay.
And so Jennifer came in today.
Yes.
And you set the appointment for her.
Yes.
Good. So when are you going out with her?
I will meet with her on Saturday morning.
Okay. So tell me her motivation.
Well, I don't really know her motivation yet. My biggest thing of what I like to do is I like to save a lot of my upfront questions for like in person. I feel like I get a better read on the client, how their body language is. I feel like I can have more personal connections and information, but also get to know them a little bit better. So a lot of upfront questions I save for first time tours.
Okay. And you should, but you can ask one motivational question, correct? Or
yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I could.
Yeah, just one, just to get them to connect with you.
Mm-hmm.
So do you ask, so is it just this customer, or you don't ask any motivational questions on your client's first call?
Generally, I kind of base it off of how chatty they are, and I try to read the room, read the situation. They've got a lot of time to talk. If they're, leading with giving that information, I kind of flow into that. I like to kind of save, like I said, I like to kind of save a little bit. First connections are not as awkward, especially meeting first time. I think I struggled with that a lot in the very beginning, was having so much information in my head on what I wanted to talk about real estate and kind of missing out on the mark of being a little bit more personal with the client. So I have kind of dialed it back, and I try to connect with them on a more personal level when I meet them. That this customer or this lead particularly, I wasn't able to actually get them on the phone yet. I've confirmed through messaging. So that's another reason why I haven't asked any of those motivated questions.
So was this a real-time tour?
Yes.
So what is your workflow process if you were training me as your admin to run your business, and you were out of town and a real-time tour came in, do you want me to call this person if a real-time tour come in? Yes or no?
Yes.
When do you want me to call them? Within 5 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour?
5 minutes would be ideal. But I'm calling within that first 30.
Okay, so hold on, stop. Did you call Jennifer within the first 5 minutes?
No.
Okay. Is that because?
I was in the middle of negotiations with,
Okay.
so I
Fair
was
enough.
wrapped up.
Okay. So the latest could be within an hour. Would you
Yes.
agree or disagree?
I would agree. I would like it to be sooner, but I would agree that that's an okay time frame.
Yeah. So we got to make sure we fix that one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So because I get it. You guys are in the middle of stuff, but you definitely want to call the customer. So is on all your real-time tours, is that your standard work process that every live tour or tour that connection that comes in must have a call back? Is that your standard?
It is for the most part. There are times where I do both. I text and call most of the time, because if I call and I don't get an answer, sometimes that happens. They're not going to answer a number that they don't know. I immediately follow up with a text message as well. And if they connect,
but here's what I know. Here's what I know. Here's what I want to know. I want to know your process. Is it a standard? Is it not a standard? Because if it's sometimes, then it's not a standard. So is it a standard practice that every tour has to have a call? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's a standard. So that means that once we start to scale you and you become a top agent where you're doing 4, 5, 6, 7 deals a month, and we get you a TC and an admin, they have processes that we can check based off of standards. I cannot grow a business or grow you as a business owner where you got 5 or 6 staff members helping you and there's no standard process, right? So we got to make sure that if you say to your staff, if a customer comes in, they have to get a call within an hour. That's the standard. If it's not, then we got to fix it. So at the end of the month, we get 20 tour calls and 50% of them don't have a call back. We got a problem, right? So we got to fix that. And I'm not saying it's wrong or right. It's just like, hey, we got to get it to the point where maybe you might not get 100%, but you might get 90%, right?
Yeah.
That might be our standards. Like 90% of the time, we're definitely calling. We're never going to reach 100. There are months where we might reach 100, but 90% is fine. Just want to make sure that that's something that you consistently do, so that here's the thing, guys. At the end of the day, because you're doing so much stuff, you get burnt out, or you stop other parts of your business because there's no processes going. So you got to do all of this until you get done, and then you go back to this. Then you do all of this, then you go back to that. If you have some specific standards, then there's less thought process to go into it because you don't have to remember to do something. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hi, Lana, please. So they never responded back to you?
No, they via email. I got their confirmation and they signed the touring agreement.
But never responded back to you?
No, did not get a call or anything.
Okay.
No.
So, and again, you're not the only one, Alana. This is a lot of people. And again, it's remember, you have to get them off of this tech stuff and build and get them into this relationship. The emails and the text, that's great, but it's easier for them to ghost you because there's no relationship. So we got to figure out a way to call them. So again, I know they just came in a couple hours ago, so I would just figure out, okay, so if they didn't respond to you, try to reach out by phone, text, and email. All three, not just one way of communicating. All right, so Evelyn, you did meet with her?
Yes, I met with her yesterday. So there was a great language barrier in the beginning. She spoke some broken English, enough for me to understand, but how much she was understanding on my end, I did not know. So I met with her yesterday. I also had Drew come with me because Chris wanted him to kind of
shadow you. I remember that one. Yep.
So he went with me while we were there, showing the home, kind of walking around, talking with her, getting her motivation. kind of learning more about her, she was looking around and she was confused about the property. She thought that it was for rent versus to buy. So she is going to be a renter, and I am going to probably convert her over to get her in a rental, and probably do more of like a referral fee. And that's something that I haven't done yet. So I'm going to lean heavily on the team to kind of get some information from some of the other agents that do or have been involved in some rentals. So that's the kind of avenue that I would like to try with her, just because I haven't done it yet. And that has been something that has come up quite a few times doing this, getting some of these leads. And in the past, I've either asked someone on the team if they would like them or sent them back to the pond. And so I would like to try another avenue to convert some of these leads that way versus just letting them go. Because I feel like I can at least do something with them.
So so what process did you go through to find out that she does not qualify to buy a home?
So she just moved here from New Jersey, fresh, just moved here, brand new job. She does not have any established timeline for her job and her pay. She right now is living with a friend. So she's just trying to quickly get somewhere. It's pretty, it's just very situational for her on how quickly she's trying to get her own place. But she did let me know she would be interested in using me a year or so down the road. And that's another why I felt a good connection to be able to get her over into a rental. I feel will eventually come back to me when she's ready to purchase, and I'll be able to do something with her then.
Got it. Okay. So do you know where she's going to be working at?
Yes, she works at Publix.
Okay.
In Auburn. So that was the area that she just moved to.
Got it. Okay. So I see you put that the time frame is 6 to 12 months. Okay. Is that accurate?
I did put that because she hasn't obviously signed anything with the rental. And if she's with the company for a while, I'm hoping maybe in about 6 months to reach out again and be interested to get pre-approved. To kind of see by that point how established she is with her financing, and give her some time. So I've kind of set that where she didn't give a specific timeline. So that was more or less where I kind of figured would be a good time to reach out to her for an actual buy situation.
All right. So what I'm going to do right now is, and I haven't done this before, is I'm going to open this up to the audience.
Okay.
How would you deal with this particular client? Rentu. So again, she's coming from, and again, I don't know if this Publix is going to be like a sales manager role at Publix. It's just going to be a shopper. I don't know. She could be the regional director. We don't know, right? Does anybody have any advice for Alana on this one, or anything that you would do differently? Anybody want to share? No? Or any questions that she could ask her that we missed?
Hi, Alana.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So the time frame that it takes to get a renter into a property pretty much is almost the same time frame as it takes to get them to purchase, right? If you have a good loan officer. So one of my questions I would have asked her, because I hear that what you're saying is that she's pressed for time to be able to get her own situation, but at least find out what her credit score was, find out what her salary is, so that you can kind of guide her, because you still need to know those questions anyway for the rental situation. And most of the times they're going to have 3 times the amount of the rent plus a deposit and so on and so forth to be able to even get qualified to become a renter. And as sad as that sounds, it's easier to qualify to purchase than it is to find a rental property, especially here in Georgia. So in the future, because this is your first rental client, I would have asked those qualifying questions, or even give her the opportunity to speak to a loan officer if you're not comfortable, right? Because sometimes we're like, okay, we don't want to dig because they're telling you that they want to rent. But if she speaks to a third party, which is the loan officer, and that loan officer asks her the qualifying questions, maybe it would have been a situation where she could purchase instead of renting. That would have just been my advice.
Right. And I think what you're saying too, Sharon, is that, where's the starting point? Right.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we don't know the starting point to be able to say you're 6 months out or year out based
Right.
on of the credit and the down payment. And maybe she had some money saved somewhere that we don't even know about. She might have a big $30,000,
Coming from up north to come
Right.
here, a lot of times they
401k
do.
with her. She could have did a 1039 exchange. There's so many ways that you could do that. And again, just because they say rental is just thinking that that's what they're thinking, but you as their consultant have to flush out all options and be able to kind of point her in the right direction.
Also, just want to add, because I just had a closing on Friday from a Publix worker. Publix, they have a lot of 401k that we don't know about. Okay. That particular company, they match their 401k. They have a lot of benefits that most of the times you're not thinking about it, because you're like, oh, I go to Publix all the time, the grocery store. How much could they possibly make? They make a lot more than you think that they do.
Wow.
Okay, so just keep that in mind.
Good. Alana, did that help?
Yeah. Like I said, the renting side, I've never been on that side. So, it's good to hear information from somebody who has dealt with rentals. And that's another reason why, when I spoke with her, it was, let me get information from my team. Let me see how I can help you. There wasn't a hard no on any avenue for, we kind of left it open-ended, but it was more, I think she just doesn't know this area. She's been down here 2 weeks. So she did say, she doesn't know where she wants to be, I guess.
Yeah. That's fair. Because same thing when I moved from Jersey, I was like, I didn't know where to go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So now it's like I'm going to rent somewhere so I can kind of find like my footing. I might want to live, et cetera, et cetera. So, but I get that. Yeah, that was a good one. So let's wrap up by looking at your pipeline and seeing where you're at with the total number of deals you got in your pipeline. One of the things that we do, guys, is on some of the teams that I coach, and especially Alana and Nia's team, is since they are a flex team, we look at they have a tag inside their Follow Boss that we tag top 50 if they want to put this one in their pipeline. This is an active person who's going to buy, sell, or invest in a property in the next 18 months, and they're communicating with you on a consistent basis. So we have the smart list that we build for them. And once they tag it, it kind of falls in the smart list where we can see the number of people in their pipeline. And I'm looking at yours and go to your top 50. How many do you have? Can you?
Yes, I just cleaned it out and got it all put together. I have 12 currently.
Okay. Good. So when do you think you're going to get to 25?
I was pretty close. I also have 4 deals under contract this past month. So dropped off. So, this, I'm hoping, I would love to be able to get to 25 by April, like solid leads by April. I think I can more then, but I think that would, that should be obtainable.
Yeah. Because of the flow of leads that we have coming in for you, I think you can get there sooner.
Yeah, I think so too.
Right. So yeah, so we just got to help manage your time, because again, we know some of them are going to clean out. So it's like get the 25, and we know that once we figure out what is closing average out of there every month, and what is we can let go and put in the pond because they're just not ready. So you might have an attrition of 10 or 15%, or maybe more, but how many that we have to come in to maintain that. So once you get to 25, then we're going to figure out what you need to maintain it because of the attrition and the closing that's coming out. And once you have that solid business mindset, that's going to be able to help you to be more comfortable. And if you want to increase more, then we got to build the pipeline just a little bit bigger. But 25 is the start. Then we can start looking at what it needs to maintain, because you got this attrition going out. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Good job there. So Alana, your first year, you just got licensed at the beginning of January. I told everybody we've been working together for 6 months, because it just looked like it was yesterday that you came on. So, and again, Alana's a mom. Her husband travels for the military, right?
He's a police officer.
Police officer. So kind of, in and out. So for you to have the 2 young ones that are under 7.
Yeah.
3, right? 2 or 3?
I have 2. Yeah.
2 under 7. And, so where do you think you're going to end with this year in deals that close?
I'm hoping to I'd love to be able to get 3 to 4 more. I think I can get 2 more this year, but I would love to be able to get 4 more before the end of the year.
And that would be a total of what?
I think 16.
16.
Yeah, I think that'll be 16.
Give it up for it, guys. First year in real estate, 16 deals. Good job, right? And again, part-time.
Yeah.
Just by the way, part-time. She took off a month or 2 because of some of the things she had to take care of, but she stayed plugged in. And so good job, Alana. I could see, obviously, when you get to that level and we start building some staff around you, you're going to do a lot more. So I'm super proud of you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. I'm going to open it up real quick. Are there any questions that anyone has in helping to build their pipeline that I can answer? Anybody have any questions?
I have a question, and I'm new on here.
Okay. And what's your name and where you from?
Okay, let me turn on my camera too. My name is Marilyn Randolph.
Hi, Marilyn. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So my question is, where's the pipeline? I don't know where to find the pipeline. What
team are you on?
On Sharon's team. So I'm new. I just got licensed.
Don't worry about it. So you just got licensed. So a pipeline is basically in your CRM.
Okay.
And what we do is, and I'll share, and I'll send this to your team. We kind of teach you what a pipeline is and how to build it. So basically what a pipeline is basically all the leads that you got coming in. For an example, what lead sources do you use to find clients?
So that's what I was really referring to. I have Bold Trail.
Okay, that's tech tool.
Okay.
So is Bold Trail set up in a way that is sending you new clients on a consistent basis?
No.
So we need to get you in our lead gen class where you learning. So we could do this here too in the Pipeline Builders, is where we're teaching you how to develop your lead sources.
Okay. Because I use Facebook, I get leads and word of mouth. So I've gotten those.
Okay, leads work. Okay, good. So you got lead, so let's talk about that, right? So this is great training. So you got word of mouth. That's one source. But let me ask you to identify if it's a viable, consistent lead source. If not, then we got to work on it and make it consistent. So this word of mouth over the last 3 months, has it given you 5 or more average every month with new people giving you their name and number saying, I'm interested in learning more about buying or selling a piece of property?
So yes and no. So I've gotten 5 since I've started. And then today I just got a call for another referral for somebody that already got pre-approved and needs a real estate agent. So that was today.
Okay.
So I'm
before we get to so there's 3 phases to the business. Lead gen. So I'm going to send you a video on this.
Okay.
So LG, lead gen, lead nurturing,
okay,
and lead conversion. Okay. So these 3 divisions of your company, right? So when you do lead gen, we just have to figure out you need 3 to 5 lead sources that are these one source should generate at least 5 contacts every month. So word of mouth is, if we look over last 3 months, so it's November, right? So we look at October, we look at September, And what's before September?
July.
July, August.
Oh yeah.
August, September,
August.
right? So in August, your word of mouth, how many did you get?
3.
September.
1.
October.
1.
No, so
And then 1 this November.
So
Today.
it has to average 5 over every month for the last 3 months. So
Okay.
word of mouth is not a consistent lead source yet, because you're not getting enough in to count it, because you won't get enough leads coming in. It's good that you have one of them as your lead source, but it's not validated yet because you don't have enough leads coming in from that source.
Okay.
Does that compute what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Well, what's your other? You said social media.
And then calls.
Okay, so let's break each one down. Social media. August, how many did you get in from social media? And which 0, right? August,
Right.
September, October.
No.
It's not a lead source.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm getting you to focus more on the business side, building that first, because a lot of people who come into real estate forget that marketing is part of building the business. You got to find out a way to get people to raise their hand to have a conversation with them about real estate. And if those word of mouth is not doing it, social media is not doing it, what's another source you're using?
I did get leads from I got them. I paid for leads, so I have those, but
Okay.
I've only called like maybe a portion of those.
Before you get to the calls,
okay,
remember, because you're getting into the next step. I just need to fix the top of your funnel. You don't have enough leads coming into your company, right? So the congratulations for actually signing up for a lead source, because you need something coming in to your CRM, right? So that's what we want to focus on. You need something coming into your CRM. This lead source that you set up called that you start using, what is it called?
The lead source.
You started buying some leads, right? That you said you started.
Oh yeah, that was through what is it called? Not Fiverr, but Upwork.
Okay, so they're a real estate lead company.
Yeah, so Upwork has, like, they tell you you could get leads from them. There are certain, and they just send you leads that they vet, or that they go through, they skim through to make sure. They probably use a platform.
Yeah, they probably. So Upwork, because I thought Upwork was like a virtual, like you can hire like independent contractors. Yes. So they might have something where they're calling a list and they're sending you. Okay, so when did you start using them?
I just did like 3 weeks ago, and I got like 110 leads on specific leads. Like I asked for vacant homes, and I just asked for specifics, and they sent those.
Okay, so these are specific home people who are looking to buy a home?
No, sell their home.
Okay, so you look for listings. You want to try to find some listings.
Yes, that's what I was trying to do. Yes.
Okay. And so out of this service, these 100 people that you got contact that they gave you, these are potential people that could possibly want to
list their home.
Okay.
They're FSBOs and
okay, so this is great. This is good. This is good content. This is good. This is going to be good. So Sharon, this is what I need you to help her with, right? I'm sorry, I didn't get your first. Tell me your first name one more time.
Marilyn.
Marilyn, like Marilyn Monroe?
Marilyn Randolph, yes.
Okay, Randolph. Okay. So Marilyn, so this is good. So you got 100 names. Now, we won't count them a lead source until you call them and someone says, yes, Marilyn, I need help. Then if you can get 5 out of that 100, we can count that as a kind of a validated lead source.
Okay.
So once you call them, do you have a script that you're going to be using?
I just had them email it because I'm a part of FastCap. So they just emailed me like I asked for a list on, I think it was that or something. But I got one. Yes, I have
Okay,
one.
good. Okay. So I'm gonna have you on next week as the agent that we're gonna look at your pipeline. So you come back on here next week. I'm gonna have my so email me. My team is on here now. Put in the chat your email, or have Sharon email it to me, or put it in the chat real quick, because you're gonna be on the pipeline. We're gonna see how many of the 100 that you called that said, and I'm gonna hear your script. You and I are gonna role play. I'm gonna be one of those customers. We're gonna role play 4 or 5 times until you get it right, because I want you to succeed, right? In your lead gen first. We're gonna get into the lead management. We're gonna get into the conversion of it, moving that client down the funnel, meeting them. We're gonna get to all that, but you gotta fix the top of your funnel first, which is enough leads coming in. So if you get 5 of those customers who said yes, I want to work with you, whether they're going to work with you and list in 18 months or they want to list next week, and they agree to work with you, we're going to call that customer a potential client, right? So, but that's one lead source. I also need you to come back next week and tell me the other 2 lead sources that you're going to be working with as well.
Okay.
That could potentially still give you consistent contacts. For an example, Sharon, I know, does a lot of listings. You should be at every one of her listings getting names and numbers. Every weekend, you should be doing 4 or 5 open houses a month, right? If it's not hers, go onto your broker's platform, find some people who are doing open houses and ask them, can you be in their open houses, so you can have those leads coming in too. And so which CRM you're gonna use? Bold Trail, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to teach you how to have those leads go into your Bold Trail, so we can start doing the nurturing part. That's the second division of your company, right? And eventually, as you start to get bigger, you're going to have a VA that's managing all that stuff. But right now, you got to learn how to set all this stuff up so you can give them the processes to handle your database. That makes sense?
Yes.
So, so open house, I'm telling you, I'm giving you a lead source. You got to use open. That's the easiest one where you can get names and numbers, because these are people walking in who are at the top of the funnel. They came into the open house for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. They're looking to buy a house. That list that you got, that could be way down. These could be people that are not even interested, but that's a good start. Open houses is probably the fastest way you can get. That's like somebody walking in a retail store. We know everybody's not going to buy, but if you walked in the store, you're giving me an opportunity to be able to see kind of where you're at, right? When you call a total stranger, they have no idea who you are. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of success with that, and that could be one of your lead sources.
Okay.
That makes sense? So we got to find you one more, because you need at least 25 new contacts coming into your database every single month, minimum.
Okay.
And then that will build your pipeline of people that you're talking to. That's where the pipeline comes in. So we need to find 25 of these customers that are actively and maintaining that level. It's going to drop to 20 and 15 and 20. But over time, if you're averaging 25 and you've got leads coming in every single month, you're going to have closings coming out of there, because you have enough clients in your pipeline that said yes to you. Mm-hmm. And you're just going to help them eventually buy or list their house in the next 12, 18 months or less.
Okay.
So you keep coming on this show, because we're going to highlight you, just like Alana came in a year ago. And she was just so timid. We were role playing, and Alana was like, I'm going to say it my way. I'm going to do it my way. But then we whipped her into shape, and Alana, like, she going to do about 18 to 20 closes this year, but she was good. So you're next.
All right. I'm ready.
You ready for it? Yep. You ready for the challenge?
I'm ready.
Don't be calling out. Don't be calling out.
Let me tell you.
Karen, don't let her call out talking about she's sick.
Oh, I'm not. This is so funny that she just walked right into it, because
you didn't warn her, did you, Sharon?
I didn't warn none of them. I don't even know who the other Sharon Henry is that's on here, because they don't want to change their name. But at the end of the day, I tell them all the time, open house is my best friend. That's where I get most of my clients from. And no matter how much I preach that, they don't do it. So I'm so glad that they heard it from the expert, because guys, y'all don't understand who this person is. I didn't even tell them that. I just told them that you were my ex Zillow coach. I haven't even told them yet who you really
Good.
are.
Good.
This guy right here, he's an expert. So y'all need to listen to him because
It's
he
Misha.
makes
Misha said
millionaires.
it's Misha.
Oh, it's Misha. Okay,
Yeah.
hey baby. All right. So they
Hold up.
he
We gotta
turned
get
them
hold
into
up
millionaires.
before we go. And you guys, if you guys gotta run, that I understand. Misha, jump on real quick. Let me see your face. Where you at?
1 second, y'all.
Yeah, Misha's at her other job.
Misha.
Yeah,
Come on
I'm
now.
at work right now.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
we'll let you slide. You can't talk real loud.
I mean, I can right now. Hey guys.
Okay.
Hey Misha.
So, hey Misha, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you guys?
So you part-time or full-time?
I'm full time at State Farm right now.
Uh-huh. And
Um,
you growing your business part-time or full-time?
part time right now.
Okay.
So
So
what I'm doing to create Legion is open houses.
one, that's one.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
stop.
uh-huh.
When did you start doing open houses?
I started last month.
Okay, how many leads did you get?
I didn't get any, but this month I had
Well,
two.
Hold up.
Okay.
When you were at the open house, how many people walked in?
I average about like 4 visitors.
And what did you say to them? So I'm walking in the house. Let's role play.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm walking in the house, and how would you approach me?
I'm like, hey, welcome home. How are you? If you have
I'm
any
doing fine. How
questions,
are you?
I'm pretty good. Like I say, my name is
No.
Misha.
This is live.
Oh,
This is
okay,
live.
this is live. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
come on.
Okay.
I'm
Welcome
fine. How are
in.
you?
I'm great. My name is Misha.
Hi,
And
Misha.
yours?
I'm Rod. This is my wife, Jaquise.
Hi, Rod and Jaquise. Thanks for visiting. What brings you in today?
Yeah, we saw the open house sign. So nice house. We're in the market right now, so we're looking to see what this house look like.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So this is a 5-bedroom, 4 bath, new construction. Neighborhood is pretty quiet. If you have any questions, let me know. Take a look around. I'll be happy to answer anything you need. Here's my sign up sheet. Please stop, leave your information so we can keep in touch, and I can follow up with you later on.
Okay, good. First of all, I love your tone, right? But I'm going to give you something. So, do you know that, Misha, you are the sale, not the house? Is that correct?
That's all right.
I don't know if you heard that.
I've heard it before.
So you went straight from hi, how are you to like, here's the house. Like, I don't know nothing about Misha. You didn't connect with me. I need you to connect with me. So there is some scripting that you need to learn and how to build rapport fast with
Okay.
a customer, right? So so do you realize you're in the sales business, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because a lot of people are like, I'm customer service. I just want to be. No, you're in the sales business.
Right.
And you are the sale for them to choose you. So there's a couple of things that you can ask them that will get them. There's a technique to build rapport fast without having to go over a cup of coffee and spend an hour. There's certain questions. It's scientifically built in.
Okay.
You never asked me what's causing you to look right now.
Okay.
Why would that be important?
You need to know what's motivating them.
Exactly. Right. You didn't ask me that.
Yeah.
Right. Because then that would connect, because you made me connect to the house. And so that could be some of the questions. And then just like I was telling Alana, they might say, we're down, you know, we're new to the area and we like this area.
Mhm.
And what would you say after that?
What do you like about the area? I will follow up with the open-ended question.
Yep, great.
Because they might not know that the area don't offer what they might be looking for, or
Mhm.
you know, there might be another house that I know about that has what they looking for, the house or the
But besides
neighborhood.
all that, besides, I get that, right? We get that. I
Okay.
just want to know, how good are you in asking questions to get the customer to build a
Yeah.
rapport to you? That's all I'm concerned about. So I love that you said, so tell me a little bit more. Why did you like the area? Tell me a little bit more. And
Mm-hmm.
the reason that you're doing that is to get data from them about them to build
Mm-hmm.
rapport. So when you talk back to them, it's about how you can help them with those specific things. Then they're
Gotcha.
going to connect with you. So what you did is you just went straight to the house and you want them to connect with the house instead of
Mm-hmm.
connecting with Misha. Because
Okay.
what value can you bring to them? So we know that anybody can say, hey, go look at the house. There's no connection to you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Right.
that's what we're going to be teaching more and more for you to get connected to that. So it's open houses going to be your thing, right? So you're going to be
Mm-hmm.
using open houses as a way to do that.
Yeah.
That's great. Do you have a database of how big is your sphere?
Probably like 100.
Okay, so let me
100.
ask you, are you under 30 or over 30?
I'm 36.
Okay. Do you know, ask ChatGPT this, because again, I've been knowing this number for 30 something years being in sales. Take a guess how many people the average 30-year-old knows since kindergarten, elementary, junior high, all the sports, all the jobs, all the family members, all your siblings, friends. How many people does the average 30-year-old knows? Take a guess.
Probably thousands, maybe about 2,000.
That's correct. 2 to 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
How many are in your database right now?
Right now, about 100.
You can show me proof of that?
I could, yes.
Okay, let's show me.
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it right now, but I can be prepared for the next call because,
Nope. You got to show me today.
okay, because I'm still on the clock
Not
at
today,
6.
but
Yeah,
we're
I'll
gonna
send it
schedule
to
another
you.
time. And here's the thing: how many can you get to have 500? You might not necessarily. I just need their names. I need you to dig deep by next
Mhm.
week. I
Okay.
need you to increase that by 500.
Okay.
So you have brothers, sisters, siblings, kids. Who do you care about? Like, who's close to you?
Brother and sister, aunts,
I mean, so
uncles.
so so like if I told you that I'm gonna kidnap them unless you get the 500 and I'll give them back to you, would you have the 500?
Absolutely. I can
Okay.
get that done by the weekend.
Which brother, sister? Give me a name.
Oh, wow. Okay, Shanae.
Shanae. So I'm telling you, if you don't come back here with 500, I'm not giving Shanae back.
Okay.
Is she your younger sister, your older sister?
I'm the oldest.
So she's your younger sister.
Yes,
You really care about her.
I do.
So that means you probably have more than 500.
Yeah.
All right. So now we got 500, and then so there's a book that I want you to read too.
Okay.
This is, so Sharon, you didn't tell them about me. You should have warned them.
I'm ready.
So there's a book, and it's called Value-Based Selling. And I want you to, you don't have to read the book. You can Google all his stuff on YouTube, and you can find a lot of stuff. And it's going to tell you how to
Mhm.
ask questions. I want you to learn 2 or 3 questions that you're going to add to your open houses. That's going to help you build rapport like this. His name is David Baccarat, Value-Based Selling.
Okay.
So when you come back, we're gonna role play, and I'm gonna hear you do those questions.
Okay.
And then you're gonna have, you said 500 to 600. We know it's gonna be more than 500.
Yeah, it's gonna be 700.
Okay, all right. And so I'm gonna look at your date. Which CRM do you use?
It's something through Caldwell. It's called Moxie.
Moxie. Love Moxie. Okay, so you can be able to share your Moxie. We don't need to see the customer. I just need to see the number.
Okay.
All right, awesome. So you're gonna be here next week at 1.
Absolutely.
All right, Sharon, you got your 2. All right, thank you. See you guys next week.
Okay, see ya.
Thank you, Ron.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Alana.
Thanks, Alana. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. No
This is fun
problem.
for training. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye.